Last week, the reality of same-sex marriage in this nation became closer than it's ever been. It's now in the hands of the federal court system. Eventually, within a year or so, it'll be decided by the Supreme Court. And in that decision, this nation will either legalize or shoot down once and for all same-sex marriage in this nation. It is a topic that people thought I was crazy about years ago, but we are now this close to seeing same-sex marriage become the law of the land, just like we slaughter innocent babies legally in this nation every day. Stay tuned for today's edition of Live Prayer.
What problems are you dealing with in your life right now?
Do you feel like giving up? Times are hard and you're not strong. Well, I know the answer for you, and it will lead to real truth. Don't look back to yesterday.
Now there are answers.
Tomorrow's on the
Welcome to
way.
Live Prayer.
It's waiting there for you.
Here's your host, Bill Keller.
You can make it through. There is a hope for you.
And welcome to Live Prayer. I'm Bill Keller. It's good to have you with me on a Tuesday morning. So glad to be here with you as we are every Monday through Friday morning, 7 to 7:30, right here on My TV 8. I am so glad that we have this time together today because we are going to talk about a topic that I've been talking about for the 11 years that Live Prayer has been in existence. Many of those years I was mocked. I was called the little boy who called wolf. People said I was out of my mind. They said that the things I was saying would never happen in this nation. Yet as we sit here today, we are on the verge of seeing gay marriage, marriage between men and men, women and women, legalized in this nation once and for all. Again, I remember specifically writing about this issue 11 years ago, talking about it 8 years ago on this TV program. People called me crazy. They called me paranoid. They said I was just trying to create fear amongst people. Well, because of one gay activist federal judge in California, we are now on a collision course in the next year to determine whether this country will legalize same-sex marriage just like back in 1973. It legalized the slaughter of innocent babies in Roe versus Wade. That's our topic today. I guarantee it's going to be a heated, hotly debated issue from now until the Supreme Court ultimately rules sometime in the next year. I'm Bill Keller, founder of LivePrayer.com, the world's largest interactive Christian website. So good to have you with me today. Again, Live Prayer airs right here on My TV 8 every Monday through Friday morning, 7 to 7:30. Please tell all your friends about it. And when you get a chance, check out our website, LivePrayer.com. The URL is on the screen. It is the world's largest online Christian website. We've been around 11 years. As a matter of fact, this is our anniversary month. The 31st of August of 1999, Live Prayer signed on nearly 11 years ago. One of the things I want you to do when you go to the website, on the left menu bar, click on the devotional sign-up link. Put your email address in the little box, and you'll be added to our database of over 2.4 million people who all over this world every day get that daily devotion I've written every single morning now for 11 years. Make sure you check it out. Great, unique content, unlike anything you're going to find anywhere else on the internet. Much of that unique content changes daily. Take a few minutes, check it out, liveprayer.com. Listen, it's good to have you with me today. We re-aired our program from last Monday on the 9/11 Christian Center yesterday because it's such an important program. As of yesterday, we are now counting down T-minus less than 4 weeks till the start of the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. As I told you last week, all these so-called efforts to stop the mosque weren't going to be successful. It's inevitable. 9-0, the Zoning Commission in New York City, the Urban Planning Commission voted 9-0, not to give that building, the Burlington Coat Factory, a block from ground zero, any kind of landmark status, thus paving the way for the building of the $110 million Victory Mosque, the memorial to the greatest achievement of Islam, what they were able to accomplish on 9/11/2001, nearly 9 years ago today. Somebody says, why do you call it a memorial? Why do you call it a Victory Mosque? Well, if you go back through Islamic history, they have a tradition of going to conquered lands and putting a mosque right next to that area that they conquered. Did you know that? I'll bet you didn't. But you go back through Islamic history. When they took over Jerusalem, what was the first thing they did? They built a mosque on the Dome of the Rock. A mosque. It's called a Victory Mosque. I call it a memorial, a tribute to the greatest military accomplishment of Islam in 1400 years, when their Muslim brothers flew those planes knocking down the World Trade Center towers nearly 9 years ago. That's what this is. Don't ever think of it as anything less than that. Well, we took an active stand months ago and created the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. We will unroll the center in 2 phases. Phase 1 begins 4 weeks from yesterday on Sunday, September 5th, when we will have our inaugural service at 11 a.m. at the New York Marriott at 85 West Street, a block from Ground Zero. We'll be holding Sunday services only in the Marriott Ballroom until the end of the year. January 1st, we move into our permanent facility at Ground Zero, where we will have evangelistic services 7 days a week, a special 9/11 memorial prayer room for the visitors to Ground Zero to come and pray and meditate and just remember what happened on that day and just be alone with the Lord. It's a great undertaking. It's our response to the mosque. It's our answer to this Victory Mosque being built by Ground Zero. Because let me tell you something, there is no victory, true victory, unless it's in Jesus Christ. We will evangelize at Ground Zero. We will spark revival in New York City. We will spark revival in this nation. It's the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. Please be praying for us as we embark on this incredible undertaking. And it is something that already has been in the national spotlight, will continue to be, and I'm sure on Sunday, September 5th, it'll be all over the news as we take our stand at Ground Zero for the true Lord of Lords and King of Kings, Jesus Christ. It's like when Elijah went to Mount Carmel, invited the prophets of Baal to call on their God and see what will happen. And the God who answered by fire would truly be God, and we know which God that was. The only God there is, not a black rock called Allah, but the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So be praying for us as we embark on this great undertaking 4 weeks from yesterday at the New York Marriott, 85 West Street, 11 a.m. in the ballroom. We'll be there Sunday, September 5th through the end of the year, bringing the gospel of Jesus Christ to New York City and to this world. All right, we got a great topic today as we're going to discuss the whole gay marriage issue that is now on the verge of becoming the law of the land. I know some of you can't even believe I just said that, but that's where we're at today. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is what I told you was going to happen many, many years ago, over a decade ago, and people laughed and scoffed at me. Well, here we are on the doorstep. So watch this important announcement, and I'll be right back with today's topic on Live Prayer. I'm Bill Keller of Live Prayer, and I need your help. God has challenged me to open the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. This is a response to the new mosque that's being built within a block of where the World Trade Center towers used to stand. The Muslims are spending $110 million to build this mosque. God said to me to go put a Christian center within a block of Ground Zero, and that's what we're doing. We're going to open this center on Sunday, September 5th. I'll be flying personally to New York to hold those services every Sunday till the end of the year. And then starting January 1st, the center will literally be open 24/7. We'll hold evangelistic services there every day. We'll have a special 9/11 memorial prayer room so that those who come to New York City to visit that hallowed ground will have a place to come and meditate, pray, just spend some quiet time. This is a great undertaking. I can't do this alone. I need your help. To give a gift to the 9/11 Christian Center, you can go to liveprayer.com. Click on the donation link on the left menu bar. There you will find a secure server so you can make a gift with your major credit card, or you can give via PayPal. Or if you want to just drop a check to us, that's great. You can send that to our headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida. That address is on your screen. In the information line of your check, just put 9/11 Christian Center, and your gift will go to this great undertaking. Islam is a 1,400-year-old lie from hell. The audacity of the Muslims to build a center in the shadows of where the Trade Center towers that their Muslim brothers knocked down, killing 3,000 innocent people, is a travesty. People are upset. I'm upset, but we're taking action. Sunday, September 5th, we will put our faith to the test as we open the 9/11 Christian Center at Ground Zero. I need your help. I need your prayers. I need your support. Thank you, and God bless you. And welcome back to Live Prayer. Again, you can take your stand with me as we go into New York City and make our presence known in the face of this new mosque they're building. Your prayers, your financial support, make all that we do possible. I appreciate you standing with me. You know, less than a week ago, this nation put itself on the doorstep of legalizing gay marriage in all 50 states. I'll never forget, I researched my archives, and it was last year, last year one day I researched the archives, and it was back in the year 2000 I first wrote a devotional on the whole gay marriage issue. And I told people at the time, if they didn't wake up, this was going to become not only something you were going to see in various states, but you're going to see across the nation. People laughed, scoffed, called me paranoid, said it would never happen. I remember the TV program was only about maybe a month old back in 2003 when I shared that same message. And again, people said it will never happen. Well, last November, the voters of California went to the ballot box, and 7 million of them, a majority, voted to have a constitutional amendment to the California Constitution stating that marriage would be defined as a man and a woman, virtually eliminating any possibility, sealing out any possibility that same-sex marriage would ever be legal in California. Again, as you know, it's been a heated issue in California. There were a few months where it was legal, and then it was shot down, and finally last November the voters spoke. 7 million strong, a clear majority, said no gay marriage in California. Well, of course, that wasn't good enough for the homosexual activists, and they filed lawsuits stating that it was violating their constitutional rights as citizens not to be able to marry someone of their own sex. A federal judge heard the case and issued a ruling that agreed with the homosexual activists and basically told 7 million Californians that their vote last November, their voice meant nothing. Now, the interesting thing that was soon learned after this judge's ruling is that